Yes, we're talking NFL helmet rule, or hit rule, helmet rule, I don't know what they call it. Basically the idea that you can no longer lead with your head for anything, tackles, blocking, whatever, in the NFL, on any position, like even quarterbacks can get called for it, which is awesome.
Which is awesome? It's not awesome.
I just can't win. There will be a quarterback who gets one of these, and that's going to be hilarious. Like,
No, that's true.
because it's going to be an awful play. Like the guy's going to make some awkward leaning fall, and he's going to hit someone with his helmet.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
well,
one of the things I
there you
read
go.
was
Tom
the
Brady
quarterback-
just got called for it.
So quarterback sneaks, they always lead with their helmet. Not allowed to.
Like, they can't dive for it with their helmet.
Can't.
Is it true? I didn't even realize that. That's crazy.
Now, are they going to call it? Who knows? That's the problem. I mean,
But the letter of the law is that they can't. Damn.
correct.
That seems foolish.
Yeah, it seems crazy.
And so here's my problem with it. I'm all for the concept of making the game safer, and I do think that like the concussion stuff's terrible, and obviously there's no one who's like pro concussion.
You better not
Though
be.
some people in the NFL are, but we're not.
Probably concussion doctors are the only ones that are pro concussion.
Yes. Well, coaches and stuff are like, I don't have to get him out there and play. Like Ray always talks about, like, you know, like he's just afraid that one day he's gonna wake up and like that day he'll have lost his mind. And, like the thought that like that's a reasonable thing that could happen, you have to think about is terrible. But is there actually any, like, I don't know anything about it, but is there enough medical evidence to show that hitting someone with the top of your head is what does it? Like, I was under the impression it was more like the repeated over and over banging around of your head
That's what they think it is the every tiny little hit is
adds up, right? More so than like the big.
Right.
But I guess maybe the idea is if you can start eliminating them in NFL, shut it down, no one's doing it all.
Honestly, look, I think it comes down to marketing. At the end of the day, when you see a guy laid out like this and he needs a stretcher because he just took a massive hit, that's a huge PR problem, right?
No.
Like the little tiny hits, like that don't
You
do
don't
anything,
see it, yeah.
people don't know about
But
it.
they can't have it both ways, right? Because they literally make money off those NFL's greatest hits when it's just a video compilation of people leading with that and destroying it. So like I think that they say one thing, but they're showing that like they make money off these hits. So I don't know what the answer is.
They did get, I mean, I'd say ESPN was ahead of their time when they got rid of Jacked Up. Because that was an awesome segment.
Yeah,
They
yes.
got rid of that because
Yes.
that was not so awesome anymore when
Yep.
like you realize that people were getting jacked up for reals. All right, well, so what's our role going to be? Leave with your helmet, not leave your helmet. Who gives a shit? You can hit anyone any way you want. Or can only tackle. Are we going to do two-hand touch? Like, where's the extreme?
I mean, I honestly think I think we should go back to, I mean, look, I think the original NFL rule was like the spear, like you can't spear, right?
Sure,
Like the intentionally, like a missile going at somebody during a tackle is illegal. I totally agree with that. I think the defenseless receiver, I totally agree with that. But I think after that, I think it's all about a function of teaching technique, right? So I mean, there's a bunch of companies out there right now that are trying to teach football players how to tackle with their shoulder, not with their head.
Yeah.
I think that should just be a huge piece of what we do. The training, throughout training camp and throughout practice.
Did you have to like, get like,
Sure, but so-
certified?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
company out
Like, you
there.
can't play athlete
There's a
unless you
company
like
called
walk
Adams.
through.
There's a company called Adams that will come out and literally they have training programs on how you tackle with rugby tackle with your shoulder.
But how long does that? I mean, these are guys who've been playing their whole lives. How many weeks of that do you have to go through until you've like changed?
But what's the rule, right? Like again, if they go through a certification process, this is the preferred tackling method. But what's the letter of the law? Because any of these people set muscle memory, they go back and just
Well, I
hit like
think
they were going out.
I think we go back. My personal, I think this new NFL rule is terrible. I think there's too much ambiguity. I think the problem is going to be, like they're talking about the fact that linemen that are in a 3-point stance that come out of their 3-point stance forward and don't come out up. That could potentially be how is that a fucking penalty? You're a 350-pound guy, you're trying to block the guy across the line? It's craziness.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's. Well, look, we're trying to get rid of flags. There is no way we could implement a rule like that, in my mind.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's just going to be
You're right.
yellow all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I know like Ray's done a really good job of like working with like the concussion protocol guys, the hit check guys, right, to ensure that like we're taking care of them post factum. Like I understand that there's the concern about form and all that. Like I like that Ray is looking to actually safeguard our guys. I just want to know like what is the what are we calling? Because I can't deal with another league full of flag.
Well, look, I think the other thing that's interesting in our favor is the smaller field format, the 50-yard field, already has a ridiculously reduced number of concussions. Like
Sure.
compared to an outdoor game and an indoor game, it's night and day. I
It's
think
just
it's
because
like
no kicking and
no kicking.
long.
Yeah, the guys aren't getting up to those gigantic speeds where they're hitting as hard, right? Because the field's narrow, it's not as long. So I think we've already got that going for us. I think if we teach proper tackling techniques, we obviously want to promote player safety from like the spearing and like some of the really nasty stuff, but I think our game is already safer, which is I think in our favor, and it's a 1 hour game instead of a 3.5 hour game.
So for a fan vote, do we end up doing like actual like we propose a few different like high, medium, low, like level of high, medium, low level of like restriction that we put into place, like what the NFL has now, all the way down to like wear leather helmets and get out of people's eyes, like don't give a fuck what you do, like just see what the fans vote on.
I mean, I think we could maybe look at the NFL as the model and how they've progressed, right? I mean, before the spearing rule, I mean, the safeties could come across and literally annihilate wide receivers, right? Defenseless, blind. So maybe we have those three options. Maybe it's old school NFL annihilation, and it's like the spearing and defenseless receiver, and then it's the new kind of standard that the NFL has set today.
2-hand touch.
Which is basically 2-hand touch.
So, all right, coming to a vote near you.